Okay, so before I teach you how to get reviews uploaded from someone else's smartphone device, let me do the setup with you. There are several referable moments or opportunities that we as property managers have to get people to write us good reviews. We just have to capitalize on those moments, and so few of us do that. It requires a shift in our thinking, and I'm going to teach you what those shifts are. So, let me go over what the ways are. When you list a property and you rent it, the property owner should be very happy if you did a good job, rented it quickly, or got a good price. It's a good time to ask for a review. When you rent the house to a tenant, that tenant might come into your office to sign a lease. I know some of us sign leases electronically, but there's an opportunity, if you want to get a review, to invite them down to sign your lease in person instead of doing it electronically, so that you can do what I'm about to teach you, which is getting reviews from somebody in person, which is so much easier than asking them to do a review for you remotely. So we've got an owner when it's leased, a tenant when it's leased. Another great opportunity is when a tenant is living in a home and their water heater goes out and they call you at 9 a.m. and say, I have no hot water, and your guy gets the water heater fixed and they're happy. Your tradesperson can ask for the repair right then, or for the review right then when they're doing the repair. It's a referable moment. Another super great way to do this is at the end of a lease or a management agreement. So when an owner is finished up with you and you've managed their property for years and they want their keys and their check and their final statement, sure, you can ship it all off to them, but if they're moving back into the house, you can meet them at the house, or you can ask them to come to your office, get some FaceTime with them, some shoulder time. That's where you can ask for the review, and I'll show you how to get that. The same is true at the conclusion of a tenancy. Biggest opportunity to get a positive review from a tenant is when you've done the inspection and you realize you're going to give them back all or the majority of their security deposit or bond. Then you can say to them, listen, by law here in Florida, for example, we have 30 days to refund your security deposit or your bond. And you know what? We really liked how your property looked, and we loved working with you during your tenancy. If we can get it back to you quicker, are you interested in that? Most tenants will say, sure, I'd love to get my money back. And you say, listen, we can have you down to the office. Maybe we'll have a social event. I'll talk to them about that in a minute. And while we're giving you back your bond or your deposit early, we'll ask you to write a review, and we'll help you to write the review. So let's talk about this. In all of these events, I think it's a great idea to start hosting an event at your office every week or every other week, say Wednesdays at 4 o'clock, all right, or at 4:30 or 5, whatever time works for you. But every Wednesday at 4 or every other Wednesday at 4, we're going to have a barbecue in the backyard. One of my clients in San Antonio has their own office building, and their backyard has a barbecue pit. Well, you know, that makes sense to have a little barbecue and invite people at 4:30 or 5 and say, hey, come by and we'll even send you home with some barbecue if you're not hungry right then. But whatever you got to do to get people to be motivated and happy to come see you, then let me talk to you about what we're going to do when we can get this FaceTime, okay? So I'm going to start by explaining how to get reviews from smartphones. Same thing for tablets. First off, you don't want to ask people to leave you reviews on your phone or your office computer, because if Google keeps seeing a steady supply of reviews coming from the same device or the same IP address, it flags your pin in the map. And the more reviews you get, the better. But if they look like suspicious reviews, you could lose your pin. We don't want to have you lose your PIN, so you always want to use your customer's smartphone device, okay? Now, iPhones are not shipped with Google Maps. Google Maps is the easiest way to get a Google review that I know. So if you have a customer with an Android phone, it has Google Maps on it. That customer has a Gmail address because they're a Google Apps or a Google Android type of phone user. So you're halfway there. You're almost fully there. The last thing you might need to do is to download the Google Plus app and download the Google Apps map to an iPhone or someone who doesn't have both those or doesn't have a Google Plus address. Listen, guys, if I've lost you from what I just said, don't worry about it. There's always some kid with glasses and pimples that just graduated that you can hire to be your genius at your Genius Bar event. All right, if you're going to have a wine social or a cookout, you can get people there that know how to do all of this stuff, and you can have them assist your clients. Let me just do that for you. I'll make your Google Plus account, and I'll get Google Maps installed for you. And when you're done, if you want, I can delete those apps off your phone. No worries about it. But you have the genius walking around helping out your staff. And this works great if you've got your customer having a wine or a cookout or some cheese or something, and then somebody else just doing this technical work for you in the background. Now, if you're not doing a social event, your staff can learn how to do this. Let me skip down to the main point now. You take the phone and you're going to look for this app right here, which is the Google Maps app. It is different than the iPhone map app. That'll leave a review on Yelp or a different service, and we really want to talk about how to get good Google reviews. So you got to look for Google Maps on their phone. When you find it, you open the app, and the first thing that comes up is a search bar on the map. And in the search bar, you're going to type the name of your business, okay? So if you don't want to type it, you can hit the microphone in the corner. See that microphone right there? Let me do that real quick. Home Property Management, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Okay, so I just typed in or spoke the name of my business, my property management company, and you can see it showed up on the bottom of the map. And it says Home Property Management, 4.7 stars and 30 reviews. Now, if you grab your company and scoot it up, you get your Google Plus page, and it's all set up to interact with your business. So I'm going to show you two things you need to do. The first thing is you scroll up until you see all of those empty stars right there. See the stars? That's where the person has a Google Plus account and they're ready to leave you a Google review. So you just say, how many stars would you like to give us? They're going to say 5. If they don't say 5, you say, what's it going to take to get a 5? Because you want 5s, okay? Believe me, you're going to have a few bad reviews that'll give you the 1s, 2s, and 3s that'll bring your score down. The 5s are what you need to bring it up. When you hit the review, you'll see a screen that looks like that. And it's ready for you to leave a review. Again, you can type it if you want to, or you can just hit the microphone button here at the bottom and dictate it. I've worked with Home Property Management for 3 years. We lived there and rented a home. They were always very good to repair it. We loved renting from them and would rent from them again the next time the opportunity arises. So you dictate the review, Google writes it out for you, and you're ready to upload it. Now in this case, I'm not going to hit enter because it's my company and I don't want to review my own company. You're welcome to review Home Property Management or Virtually Incredible, preferably Virtually Incredible if you're one of our customers. We would love to get a review from you from this training if you appreciate this training or any of the other services we do for you. When you're done, you just hit that little arrow up in the top. You've got another new review from someone else's device, someone else's IP address, and it was easy to get because you had FaceTime. FaceTime meaning face-to-face, okay? It's so much harder to get a review when you're emailing or calling and asking somebody to do it versus, hey, this guy here is going to help us write a review, and then you're talking to him, pour him some more wine, and your Genius Bar kid is just doing all of this stuff for you. All right, now the next thing you're going to do, and this is SEO juice, okay, is after you've left the review, you're going to scroll back up and you'll see the pictures of your business if you've uploaded any. If you're our customer, we've uploaded some for you already. Now, there's a little button underneath the pictures that says add a photo. All right? When you hit that, it'll say take a photo at the bottom, or it'll say choose from the gallery. Okay? And you're going to say take a photo, because the idea is to get a selfie of you and your client at that moment, wherever you are, and upload that to your Google Plus page from their device. Let me explain to you why that's so important. When you take a selfie from somebody's IP address and upload it, that's social proof at its highest level possible. That says that a consumer, a member of the public, reviewed you and then uploaded a photo. Now, what photo would you upload? Well, for instance, a picture of your property manager handing back a full refund check to a tenant. That's golden. Who wouldn't want to have a whole bunch of checks being handed to happy tenants at the end of their tenancies? Giving the keys back to an owner, getting the keys from an owner, giving the keys to a tenant, whatever that is, you just want to say, hey, let's get a selfie. Now, you're going to upload it, but then the tenant or the owner, they have a copy of the photo too, in case they want a memento. It's going to be on their phone. But more importantly, it's uploaded to your Google Plus page. That is SEO secret sauce and juice. It'll propel your pin in the map higher and higher and higher and keep you out of reach from your competitors who aren't doing these things. Now, I'm going to talk about something else, and that is ways to get your Google, all right, hang with me. I'm doing good. I'm 12 minutes in without scripting here, guys, and I just forgot where I was going here. You want to get the pictures uploaded. Actually, that's it. That's it. So if you can get a review posted this way and get a picture uploaded, you're doing awesome. Keep doing that. It's going to propel your pin in the map up higher, and the higher up the A through G pins that you are, with the more positive reviews and the higher star rating that you have, the more people are going to call you and say, I want to list with you, or I want to lease from you, and they're just going to be happy to do business with you because you have social proof, and the Google community, the consumer public has endorsed you. That endorsement, guys, is going to put a lot of cash into your bank. Thank you for watching. Oh, I remembered what the last thing was that I wanted to tell you. This one works great. When you send the plumber out to fix the water goes out, and the plumber gets it working by 2 p.m. and the tenant's like, oh my God, thank you, I didn't want to have to take a cold shower. You figure out what the example is, but a lot of times our tradespeople can get us positive reviews, but you've got to set it up right. Here's the final setup. I love this one, all right? You host a contest for a romantic getaway weekend every month or quarter, whatever your budget can afford, where you say that the tradesperson who gets the most reviews will win this romantic getaway weekend for two. Now you got this plumber, he just fixed the water heater for the lady of the house, and he says, listen, while I'm cleaning up, I wonder if I could ask you a favor. What's that? Well, and this always comes right after the tenant thanks them for getting everything working, is you say, listen, Home Property Management, my employer, is hosting a contest for the tradesperson who gets the most reviews for the company, because we're out here doing our work so quickly for you. And the contest is for a romantic getaway weekend for two at Savannah, or the Keys, or someplace romantic, a winery, whatever you have is the romantic getaway weekend in your area. And the idea is the tradesperson says, I've got my anniversary coming up, my wife's birthday coming up, or you know what, I would really love to surprise my wife with this because I've been working such long hours, and I'm leading in the effort to get this. And it would mean the world to us if you would take a minute to write a review. You show the tradesperson this training and teach them how to walk people through writing a review on Google, how to download the apps. And then what cold-hearted tenant won't leave a review for this tradesperson that earnestly asks for this? Because the motivation is love, and there's not enough love in the world. They want to do this for the love of their spouse, their significant other. Guys, it works if you work it. So there are a couple of things. Hold that contest, but then also reward any one of your staff, reward any one of your tradespeople that gets the review with a cash incentive for each review. And then whether they win the contest or not, they're still rewarded and motivated for every review. And you win in the end. So real good idea, guys, to make sure that you reward staff, everyone for getting these Google reviews. It will pay off for you in the long run. Thanks for watching this. Don't forget to leave Virtually Incredible a positive review if you like this. And also check with us about some of the new services we're offering. We'd love to tell you more about them. Thanks.